Today we're doing a review on the TST Dreamer Step-Thru bike. It comes with 26-inch wheels with a 1300 watt hub motor. It's a 48 volt 15 amp hour battery. It comes with a 3 amp charger. It takes about 5 hours to charge it from dead to full. It does come with 2 keys. The only thing the key does is takes out the battery. That's it. It doesn't start the bike, doesn't lock the bike. Pretty much locks the battery in place, which will keep somebody from stealing the battery. But if you forget your keys at home, you can still ride, but also somebody can take your bike and ride off with no keys too. I'll show you how the key works. Really want to make sure this is out of the way. Key in. Make sure you unlock the bottom right here. Twist it one way and the whole battery will come out. So if you want to charge it inside, you can. We just leave it in the bike. Literally just plug the charger into here. So grab. To there. Like I said, you can charge it off the battery or off the bike or on the bike. We leave it on the bike. It does have a little thing that shows you the battery percent. But we just leave it on the bike and charge it. Just much easier for us. Everyone's different. And I guess you don't have to lock it, but I would recommend locking it, which is just spin it the other way. You can actually feel the battery go up in it. Pull the key out, you're good to go. We don't even really use the keys. We just leave it on it, we're good to go. It says to do 28 miles per hour max. Me and my wife both have gotten it to 30 miles per hour, no problem. To turn the bike on, just press power. You hold it down, it clicks on. I know it's flashing, but it's not, it's just the camera. You have 5 bars of battery, and what's amazing about this bike is that even down to the last bar, you're still able to go 26 miles per hour, which is really cool. Most bikes are down to like 14 miles per hour, 12 or 4, because the battery's on. This thing will be full blast pretty much the whole way through the battery. Let's tip the bike over and show how fast it says it's gonna go on 5. It says to have a capacity of 500 pounds, so if you are on the heavier weight, this might be for you. We have not put that much weight on it, but it is very sturdy, and I probably could see it at least 400 pounds. Maybe even 500. It says it can do 500. I think it's a little stretch, but it can hold some weight. It claims to do 65 miles on one battery, and we've had about 30 to 40 miles about to 1 bar. So all throttle, a little bit of pedaling, but realistically you're probably gonna get 30 to 40 if you're going 20 to 30 miles per hour. If you went slower, it's definitely possible you could, but we have not done that. It does have front fork suspension, but it does not have rear suspension. Not a total downfall of the bike. It still rides pretty decent, but it does not have any rear suspension. The bike does weigh 86 pounds. It seems heavy. I'm able to pick it up with no problem, and so is my wife. But if you're still incapable of doing that, you can pull the battery out, and most likely you're gonna be able to pick it up if you got into a situation where you needed to load it or get it out of sand or whatever situation you may come into. We did swap the seat out. It came with this seat. It was uncomfortable. We've had other people try it. They thought it was fine, but we didn't like it. We put a bare cushion on. That's okay. That's normal for a bike. It's not like something's gonna make you not want to buy the bike. Most bikes, you're gonna swap things out that make it your own and customizable. It comes with a 7-speed Shimano shifter and derailleur, and has a good chain guard on where the pedals are, so it won't fall off. We haven't had any problems, and surprisingly enough, you can pedal this bike at full speed. I was very excited to see that, and I was very happy to see that, because a lot of bikes do not do that. You know, once you start getting about 10-15 miles per hour, you're not able to pedal anymore. It's just free flow. This, you can actually at 30 miles per hour pedal in the 7th gear, which is really nice. And you can actually pedal this bike with no battery power at all. I'm not saying it's the easiest, but it is 100% possible. So if you do run out of juice, you're good to go still. I'm not saying you're not gonna get a workout, but you can do it, and which is very impressive. One downfall I did see on the bike so far is that the rear brake disc was hitting the frame, and I don't know if that was a bad flaw or what the deal was. I actually took a grinder and grinded the frame down after taking the wheel off, and it doesn't hit it anymore. There is a clanking noise. I don't know what it is. I've tried tightening everything down. It doesn't seem to affect the bike, but when you take off, it makes this clink. I can't figure it out. I haven't tried very hard either, but I still can't figure it out. My wife rides this bike mostly, so she doesn't really want me messing with it anyway, and she has no problem with it, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. It does come with a nice rack too. We've loaded a few things on it, and we've actually had a couple catastrophes because we had stuff on it that had a strap on it and ended up wrapping around the wheel and locking the wheel up, and the bike was, even though it wrapped around, we had to cut it off, the bike kept going. Like it didn't really affect the bike in any way, so that's a good sign that the bike can hold up. My wife has actually kind of wrecked it a couple times, not paying attention on the sidewalk. Not saying she got hurt, but a couple fall downs and nothing happened to the bike. I do like how big the fenders are. They are plastic, but they do keep stuff from flinging everywhere, which is really nice, especially when you're riding in water. Most bikes will fling stuff up on you. Same with the front wheel, and it doesn't, which is really, really nice. I gotta give it to that. They did a good job on putting fenders on it. It does come with a headlight in the front. It's a dinky little thing. I can't say it does a whole lot, but it is a headlight. It does not have a rear taillight, just this little plastic reflector. Come with a thumb throttle on the left hand side, which that's primarily what we use, and it works good. It does, if you click on it a few times, like sporadically, it does kind of get confused and you gotta stop for a second, but it doesn't restrict you from anything. 5 speeds. One thing I've noticed about the bike when you have it in different speeds, once you get to a certain speed, even if you pedal, you're not going any faster, which is kind of strange, but I guess it's not a big deal. Just turn it up if you want to go faster. Brakes on the bike work really good. They are hydraulic brakes, hydraulic disc brakes, to be exact, and they stop you. They stop you good. The back wheel locks up. I can't complain about that. And these tires really do, because they are 26-inch fat tires. They get through everything. So far, it's been great. On a windy day, you do feel it a little bit, but that's about it. The bike does come in 2 colors, light gray, which is this, and black. Kind of crazy, but we did order black, and then we got this. You do have options to buy a front basket and a couple other accessories, so that might be something you're interested in. They do have those options. So you know, it does have very good power. I was really impressed with the power, and it's got some oomph to it. I'll give you that. With a 1300 watt hub motor, it's got some power behind it. It does like to take off and go, even with the 26-inch wheels. We do pull a little trailer behind it, and it just does phenomenal. We pull our dog around, it does fine. So if you are looking to pull a trailer behind it, it will do that. If you're interested in this bike, you can get this bike on tstbike.com for $1,200. It's called the Dreamer. They have multiple other bikes on there, but so far this bike, I can say it's a pretty decent bike. It has its pros and cons, just like any other bike, but so far we've had it for months. We've had quite a few hundred miles on it, and it's been great. We really can't say too much bad about it. It goes, and the distance on it has been really nice. I gotta say the battery range is pretty nice, and same with the actually being able to shift and pedal with the bike, which most bikes after about 10-15 miles per hour, they're useless. This one you can actually utilize the pedals and save your battery quite a bit just by pedaling at a high speed. Like I said, 30 miles per hour, you can still pedal into 7th gear, which is phenomenal. I hope this was informational to you guys, and if you guys want to see more videos, subscribe and check out the rest of the channel, and I appreciate you watching. Thank you.